Namaskaram peeps, welcome to Melbourne Yatri. This is an unboxing of another lens that I've bought for my Panasonic G9 micro four thirds system. This is the 100 to 300 mm f4 to f5.6 Mark II lens. So this is the ultra zoom lens. So what it actually translates to in a full frame sense is 200 to 600 mm lens. I've been doing a little bit of wildlife photography, and I actually felt that my existing 12 to 60 mm lens was falling a little bit short in terms of zoom that I actually like. So I was contemplating whether I buy the 14 to 150 mm Olympus systems or OM systems lens, but that is not, I'm not sure if that is weatherproof or not. If you do know, please do comment below on the video. Or you have a similar range of 12 to 150 or 12 to 140 mm in Panasonic, but then I would be duplicating what this lens does. So although I'm actually losing like 40 mm of my overall range of lenses that I'm going to have, but I think I can move back or move a little bit front and cover that 40 mm of gap in my lens collection. So this is 100 to 300. Let's have a look. This is an awesome lens if you ask me. So by the way, this is actually weatherproof, so it's splash and dust resistant. And that's one of the reasons I actually bought this, and the other reason is it was actually running on a Boxing Day sale, and that's where I went extravagant and bought two lenses. So this is the lens pouch that is provided by Panasonic. It's not as premium as what you get from Sony lenses, but not bad. Thank you Panasonic for a lens hood. As usual, I need not go out and buy another one, already get one, which is cool. And then finally the lens itself. What is left is a little bit of packaging and some papers which actually come along with it.
Music licensing reimagined.
It's a big lens. It's a big lens in a micro four thirds comparison. This is the 100 to 300 mm micro four thirds ultra zoom lens, which is actually out there. I think there is one more lens which can go a little bit more telescope from this, which is like close to 400 mm, but then I think this is more than enough for me in 100 to 300. It just has one button on it, on and off, for power OIS, optical image stabilization. If you can see here, you can go from 100 all the way to 300 zoom, and this is the ring that you would actually use to zoom it, and this is how it would look when you have zoomed it all in. Obviously Lumix, and then zoom it back, and this is the focus ring for it. Now in the back, obviously it's metal, and then you're actually having the lens along with the pins in it to be connected to the camera. And then in the front, if you remove the cap, this is the lens. That's how it looks inside. Well, it's a solid build. I'm assuming this is predominantly plastic with a little bit of metal components here and there. But if you can see how wide the lens actually opens up, this is really funny and tipsy at the same time. That's a huge zoom lens. I'm hoping to capture very close photographs as well as video of wildlife animals. So there we go. Let's see. I'll be putting this to test in the upcoming weeks. I'll post a review video of the images that I was able to take and the distances at which I was taking. My first test would be actually taking the moon images, because a lot of people love to take moon images using this lens. So yeah, looking forward to it. This is the, obviously if you put the hood lens on top of it, this is how it'll look. Now this lens, although it's not Leica, it's still a Lumix lens, weatherproof one. It comes with a 67 mm of dye on the top. You will be needing a 67 mm filter. So as usual, me being me, I've chosen a variable ND filter. This is again the same ND3 to ND400 from ProMaster. It costed me around $89.95. So this is how the lens looks. Obviously you'll have an arrow mark here showing which is the front side, but the easy way to differentiate is wherever you're having these marks, okay, from max all the way to minimum, that's going to be the front side. The other side is going to be the side that will go on the lens. And then to show you, I'm just going to pull.
Music licensing reimagined.
So that's there. And then from there, it will keep on going and becoming the max ND filter. Okay. Makes my life easy when I'm doing a little bit of wild photography and then there is too much of light actually around above there. If I go ahead and put it on top of my G9, that satisfying click sound, and if you see, this is how it looks when it's at 100 mm. Okay. And then this is how it actually extends up to 300 mm, which is effectively in a full frame sense going up to 600 mm, 200 to 600 mm. And very interestingly, the minimum focal distance you got to be away from the lens hood is 1.5 meters to get a proper focus on it. So yeah, you got to take that into consideration. This is amazing, man, but this is heavy. Typically the G9 body itself is a bit solid, but once you add in this lens, you can actually feel the weight of it. But the level of zoom it's actually providing is amazing, man. It's amazing. Yeah, I don't think at this price point you will be able to get much. So I got this in Boxing Day sale and Christmas sale for around $800. I've got my Leica 9mm lens for around $600 plus. I think it's like $650 around there. So sorry, $680 plus around there. Whereas this one was actually for $800. So pretty happy. Buying both the lenses together along with an ND filters costed me $1,600 Australian, and the only reason I bought both of them is because they were actually on offer. I saved close to around $400 to $500 in buying both the lenses together during the Christmas Boxing Day sales. Thanks to Camera House. Well, I'll be posting more images and reviews of these lenses out there in the open. If you like what you saw, or if you would like to see more content from me, please go ahead and give a sub. If you would like this video, that will be super awesome for the YouTube algorithm. Thank you very much for watching the video up to the end, and wish you happy holidays.